What is up, guys, and welcome back to the podcast, guys. We're here with episode 2 for the Mindset Matter podcast. It's your host, Coach Dar, here with another topic of discussion, and really not no discussion, but just giving my thoughts and just sharing with y'all what comes to me. Hopefully, you enjoyed episode 1, which was about trusting the process. And I know that can be difficult, kind of what I talked about, and just what it looked like, what it means, what it may mean to you, what it means to me for sure, just with my experiences and stuff like that. But today for episode 2, going to be talking about growing through what you go through. So grow through what you go through, man. And that's something powerful because, like, even with that philosophy and that statement 5 years ago, man, now just thinking about 5 years ago, I wrote this book called Growing by Choice. We got breaking free from the stagnant state of mind, growing through obstacles instead of making excuses on why you can't, and this was just self-help book. If you would like a copy, I can order some, just send you. If I get a good amount of people that want one, I'll just send it your way, no charge or nothing. Or if you just want to support your boy, this is available under my name on Amazon. You can order it there. But yeah, man, jumping right into it, growing through what you go through, growing by choice. Man, I still remember 5 years, man. It's crazy to think 5 years ago I really wrote this book, and just going through and looking back at it, just seeing just the different things, where my mind was at that time and where is that right now, so a lot of growth for sure from when I first wrote this book. And this is not like, I'm not trying to promote my book or nothing like that, but I really just thought about it because this topic was already with me. I already had it down to talk about it. And I was like, wait a minute, I have a book. And like I wrote these books just kind of to really just add value, wanted to give value to people. Like I've given away so many free books. Really haven't just like in the beginning when I first wrote them, of course, charged a fee or whatever, or people supported and bought through Amazon. But over these past few years, man, I just been giving them out to people for free because I'm like, man, this is some good value. And I know just me speaking to myself, talking to myself, I know this can help somebody else, man. Just talking about the value you have in yourself, rebuilding a better you, or I have rebuilding a better me, being a product of your environment, the effects of fear, personally growing with your goals, growing as a leader, and going for your dreams. So like I said, if you're interested, if I get a good amount of y'all, man, I'll order some books, and I'll just put something out where you can just send me your address and I'll just send you a copy of it, man. But hopefully y'all love it. And growing by choice, but just talked about in this book, just having a growth and a fixed mindset. So just imagine growing through what you go through. And that's one of those things easily said than done, right? Because I believe when it comes to growth, sometimes we can plant on bad ground, and I don't think people realize that, like, you can grow, but did you plant on good ground, that good solid foundation? Did you plant on that? Or really, did you plan on forgiveness? Did you plan on patience? Did you plan on being kind? Because I know some of us, we grow through these situations or really get through certain situations and we think we've grown. And most of the time, it's like we have anger build up. Yeah, I'm in a better position, but I'm still angry with how they treated me. I'm still angry with how they did me, and that's not the right growth that you want. That's not the growth that you will want for yourself right there. Like, you want to be able to grow and be able to forgive those that did you wrong, be able to still give to those, even though you were put in a bad situation, you can still see it in a positive light. And that's, like I said, that's easier said than done, because there's people out there that's done me wrong. There's people out there that's probably done you wrong, done you the worst. And what greater feeling than to know that you can still, despite how they did you, you can still win with just love, with just kindness, right? So growing through what you go through, man, don't grow on the wrong foundation. Don't grow on the foundation of anger. Don't grow on the foundation of bitterness, because sometimes that's what stops us. And I have situations in my life, man, I really could be angry about, and there be thoughts that come to my mind, and I be thinking like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do them like they did me. And it's like, that's not really the right attitude to have, because you got to be better than people. You got to be better despite of, because you just know the growth that you want to see within your life. You know, like I said, some people are growing the wrong way. You getting growth, but it's not firm foundation. It's not solid foundation, which means you're bound to fall even quicker than you would on that firm and solid foundation. So just think about that. If I'm growing, I want to make sure if I get knocked down, if I get knocked down this time, I know how to get back up, tracing my stuff. I can get back up and build better this time, versus those that grow on the wrong foundation, and they get to a point where they're trying to rebuild and regrow, and they just get stuck and they can't, because life knocks you down. Life gonna have its ups and downs, and one thing you gotta do is keep getting up day by day. You gotta keep facing tomorrow. You got to, especially since you got the blessing to see another day. You gotta keep facing tomorrow, and what better way is to grow by those circumstances and grow in a more positive and better light. Now you know how to handle certain people. That might have been a family member you were dealing with, and you had to forgive and move on and grow through that. But you might deal with a stranger that got that same attitude or those same type of qualities that family member had, and now you like, okay, I know how to deal with you now. I'm not gonna give you my power, because that's what we do sometimes. Like when we grow on the wrong foundation, we giving people our power that don't deserve it. We giving people our power, and we feeding in to their negativity. We feed into their negativity, and it's just taken away from us instead of us gaining something from that. Like despite people negative, despite people being bitter and doing all those things, like you being that light, you being positive, it makes a difference, because now you have that power, you have that dominion over that situation to say, I'm not going to feed into that. Why? Because I'm better than that now. A few years ago, you probably would have got me. You would have got me. But just being older and mature, you just know, like, I'm better now. I don't have to feed into certain things anymore. And that's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of true growth, that you know how to handle certain circumstances. You know how to handle certain situations now, man. And I actually had written here, again, what does it mean to grow through what you go through? It means transforming pain, challenges, and setbacks into purpose, strength, and wisdom. It's a reminder that everything we face, the struggles, the heartbreaks, the disappointments, isn't meant to break us, but to build us. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? It's about asking, what is this teaching me? Like, what is this teaching me? What is this preparing me for? If I'm already dealing with anger, if this preparing me to get better with my anger, if I'm already struggling with patience, is this situation preparing me to work on my patience, work on my anger, right? It's about asking, it's about asking, what is it teaching for me? Growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens when you keep showing up, learning, and evolving, even when life gets hard. So just think about that. And man, that's honestly worth reading again, man. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? It's about asking, what is this teaching me? Growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens when you keep showing up, learning, and evolving, even when life gets hard. Because it's going to, spoiler alert. Life gets hard out here. Life gets tough. But guess what? It only gets tough, and you got to get tougher. You got to get better. That's all it is. We got to get better. And that's the beauty in the struggle. The beauty in the struggle, ugliness in the success. J. Cole right there for you. Just thinking about that. But just something very short that I wanted to share with you guys. Again, man, grow through what you go through. Very important. Make sure you're growing on good ground. Make sure you're growing on firm and stable foundation, because people are growing on the wrong foundation and it's hurting them in the long run. So you got to make sure you're growing on good foundation and it's helping you in the long run. But that's all I have. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. If you're listening on the podcast, leave your boy a 5-star. Again, if I have a good amount of people that want a copy of the book, just let me know and I'll send it your way. But that's all I have. Hit that subscribe button. Y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.